I'm Corbett Wall with DVAuction, here with your feeder flash for Wednesday, June the 5th, brought to you in part by Endovac Beef. For over 40 years, this vaccine is paired with an immunostimulant called Immune Plus that boosts the animal's overall immune system, circulates B and T lymphocytes, antigens, and neutrophils. Check out the video I'm going to attach to the end of this feeder flash for more information about Endovac Beef. For more information online, go to endovacanimalhealth.com. Let's sell bulls. Working for DVAuction, normally when I say let's sell bulls, it means I'm going to a production sale somewhere and selling high-powered purebreds or hybrids or something like that at a fancy sale, and we do more bull sales broadcasting online than all the others put together, about 1,400 of them a year. But I'm not talking about breeding bulls right now. I'm talking about slaughter bulls, just old wore out slaughter bulls coming to the sale. Everything's at all-time record highs, but comparatively these slaughter bulls are selling higher than anything. And talking to guys around the country, and you get in some rough country where there's woods and hollers and creeks and rough spots and places to hide. Some of these bulls have been hiding out there for several years, and the guys have just kind of let them go. They're rounding them up now, by God. And these bulls are coming to town, and it's just amazing what a big old high-dressing, heavy-muscled slaughter bull will bring. I was talking to a friend of mine, Dustin Smith, that sells in Exeter, Missouri. He's an auctioneer there, and he was pretty excited that he had sold a black slaughter bull for over $2 a pound. That's awesome. Whenever we can barely get $1.90 for choice and prime fats. But we've been seeing $2 bulls spread out all over the country. Down in the southeast, especially in the Midwest, all over, and those are mostly just beef bulls that are high muscle beef bulls that are high dressing or empty and selling really good. And then the bull that he sold at Exeter, Missouri, there, it was cut up like a greyhound there, no guts in him, and I suspect he may have had a little bit of double muscling in him too. But these double muscle bulls are where it's at. And nobody really raises double muscled cattle in a big way. You have to C-section most of your births there, and that's not a lot of fun. But you're talking about the Piedmontese breed or the Belgian Blues. They don't even grow and put away their energy or their fat into energy like regular cattle do. They don't have any intramuscular fat in them at all. So they're basically not really commercial cattle because they don't have the ability to grade choice. But the slaughter bulls, are even extra lean. Well, you're looking at fresh 90% lean beef at $356.03, and your choice cutout value is $316.88. That is something. Of course, cutter cow cutout for most of your leaner type of cows is at $279.23, which looks a little bit lack compared to what these extra lean things are bringing. But 90% lean would be the leanest cows you've ever seen in your life. And normally, to make 90% lean product, you have to throw a few bulls in the hopper to get that lean percent all the way to 90. And that's what a lot of housewives think that they want. But it's not real juicy. Of course, if you're going to be cooking hamburger meat, making something else, that's kind of what you want. But this bull lean, like up to 94% lean, it's $378.04. Compared that to $316.88 on a choice cutout. Unbelievable what they'll bring. And then these extremely high dressing, especially double muscle bulls, they'll just bring it absolutely all. And we've seen some of them sell. I've told you a few times here the last few months that back east where I used to be in New Holland, Pennsylvania, they'll sell some, well over $2 in the $2.20s somewhere. Well, we've seen an all-time record high for a slaughter bull. It come out of Knoxville Livestock Center in Mascot, Tennessee. There was 4 Piedmontese bulls there. They're double muscled, and they sell. The first one sells at $220, the next one at $229, the one after that at $239, and then the final one brings $249 a pound. When the best fat cattle that we see on a direct basis are bringing $190, $192. So let's sell bulls. Now they want the mature bulls like that, so but it almost makes a guy think, what the hell am I cutting my bulls for? Let's make slaughter bulls out of them, and instead of fat steers, because they're bringing so much extra money. But I got to thank Justin O'Mary. He is a Feeder Flash gang member, and he keeps track on the market, and he brought that to my attention, and I checked on it with Jacob Massey, world champion livestock auctioneer, that does not sell that sale, but he sells in Tennessee. He knows what's going on there. He checked it out, and indeed that was right. $2.49 a pound live weight on an 1,869 pound bull. My goodness. In other news, there was an efficient zebu cow in Brazil, the most expensive cow in the world, that recently brought $4 million. So, I mean, you can talk about extreme highs, and I guess they'll always get higher, but my goodness, it just seems like we're getting awfully close to the higher than we could ever dream that bovine cattle would sell. But talk about Performance Livestock Analytics. That's software, guys. Performance Beef. If you get that, you can ditch the notebook, the double data entry, or the complicated software with one easy-to-use solution. For more information, go to performancelivestockanalytics.com. Let's talk about your board. On Tuesday, June live cattle futures were up 15 cents at 182.17. August was down 42 cents at 178.45. Your back month's down 12 cents to up 22 cents. Your board hasn't been doing a whole lot here this week so far. August feeder cattle were down 17 cents at 256.02. September was down 27 cents at 257.60. And your back months on feeder cattle down 32 to up 17 cents. So not a whole lot there either. Look at your grains. How about July corn futures? Chicago Board of Trade was down a penny a bushel at 442.5. Soybeans were down 5.5 cents at 11.79. In Kansas City, hard red winter wheat down 12 3/4 cents at 687.25. Fat cattle trade didn't see much at all on a direct basis in your 5-area feeding region. The only confirmed quotable there was out of Iowa, and they sold 100 head at 190 live, and that would be within the range of last week, but does nothing to establish a market for this week. On a direct basis, didn't see anything out of Nebraska, Kansas, or Texas, but it was Tuesday, and we got a market finder there. We're going to establish some price here at Stockman's Livestock Market in Yankton, South Dakota. They had 2,820 head for their fat cattle auction there. Gary Marks, that normally gives me the information out of there, had to take his wife on a trip, so we're feeling for him, but he didn't make it to Yankton to the sale. Called Greg Ryken, they're the owner-operator, and he gave me a rundown, showed me what the fat cattle were bringing there. And for the most part, your conventional and program cattle selling from 186 to 196.50, with a few toppers as high as 199.50. Now, wouldn't we like to get those tops on a direct basis there? But Greg also told me he was busy after the fat cattle sale getting ready for today, here Wednesday. They've got 5,000 head of feeders in South Dakota in June, guys. And they'll be top quality. You can view and bid those cattle at DVAuction.com. Talk about your box beef cutout values. They were higher again. Choice cuts up 128 at 316.88. Selects up 77 cents at 304.47. Your slaughter keeping up pretty well. 243,000 for the first 2 days of the week. Can't really compare it to last week because of the Monday holiday, but compared to the same week a year ago, just 2,000 less to this point, and so running pretty well. Talk about what else is going on. How about Limousine and Limflex? If you're looking to change up the genetics in your herd, I mean, we're going to heavier carcasses all the time. Look at what these high dressing, heavy muscle bulls will bring. But Limousine and Limflex is concentrating on feed efficiency, improved marbling, superior yield grade, which they always have, and calving ease. So let Limousine and Limflex take you full circle. For more information, go to NALF.org. Talk about your feeder cattle market, your real-time index on DVAuction, based on an 800-pound cash auction steer up through your middle 12 states there. Late in the day on Tuesday, sitting at 248.43, down 50 cents compared to the end of Monday's sales. Your latest CME cash feeder cattle index is running behind. It hasn't found the dip from this week yet, so still sitting at 250.89. Big feeder cattle auction, or a really special offering with some top consignments at South Central Regional Stockyards in Vienna, Missouri. Tell you what, they run a good sale there. They have top quality with some of the best consignments when nobody else has them. You can view and bid on that sale. DVAuction.com, South Central Regional Stockyards there. Let's talk about your big sales on Tuesday. How about Ozarks Regional Stockyard in West Plains, Missouri? That 2,950 head through the ring. Another 450 head through their weekly in-house video auction that they do with help from DVAuction. But a really good sale there. The calves were steady to $4 higher. And last week they had a lot of feeders and not many calves. This week it was a more normal run where they had mostly calves and they were steady to $4 higher than the limited test a week ago. Feeders were not well tested, but they did have some impressive quotes on feeder cattle. I saw a load of mixed steers, 65 head of them, weighed 794. That's almost 800 pounds, guys, at 252 1/4 in South Central Missouri. How about your NationalBeefWire stick-out sale of the day? It was Beaver County Stockyards in Beaver, Oklahoma. No man's land, Oklahoma Panhandle, sits on the eastern side of that Oklahoma Panhandle there. About 5,000 head for their feeder cattle auction and the light cow sale afterwards. They underestimated that. They had more than they thought. Check out this automated marker report from Beaver County Stockyards and you see your best tested weights there. How about 263 head of 7-weight steers? They averaged 784 with a weighted average price on all of them, weighing 16 pounds from 800 on your weighted average weight, and the weighted average price was $259.91. Wow. How about 329 head of 8-weight feeder steers in Beaver? They had a weighted average weight of 867 and a weighted average price of $244.13. 220 head of 9-weight steers in Beaver averaged 936 at $230.80. And then they had nearly 1,000 head of 10-weight steers, selling mostly in loads there, guys, and selling from $212.5 to $224.10. Very respectable feeder sale there at Beaver, Oklahoma. How about the heifers? 261 head of 6-weight heifers averaged 657 at $252.78, and 593 head of 7-weight heifers averaged 751 with a weighted average price of $239.52. Don't forget about the Feeder Flash Beaver Clash 3. This will be the third time we've done that, third summer we've done that with Beaver County Stockyards, also sponsored by Fairpiece. But that's going to be on June the 18th, guys. And they're already got 2,500, 3,000 head of yearlings consigned for that. Be sure and consign those. If you got cattle coming off late graze out, that would be an excellent place to sell those at Feeder Flash Beaver Clash, Beaver, Oklahoma on June the 18th. How about your stick out sales on Tuesday? Kingsville Livestock Auction in Kingsville, Missouri sold 127 steers. They weighed 883 at $250. How about Lone Star Stockyards right out here west of Amarillo, Will Dorado, Texas? Sell 64 little peewee steers, weigh 457 at 382.50. That's an impressive quote. How about Lolly Brothers Livestock Market in Macon, Missouri? They sell 71 steers, weighed 716 at 290.10. But the most impressive quote that I saw anywhere on Tuesday, your Macrocin No BS top quote for the day, indeed come out of Beaver County Stockyards. It was 60 steers, weighed 846 and bring 256.75. That's your feeder flash for Wednesday.
In-the-back beef is really been a great product for us in our operation. But in our operation, it also comes down to labor, because we just don't have extra time and extra labor to put in treating cattle in a pasture situation. We've got a man on the place that can rope, and he can do anything that needs to be done. But the fact of it is he hasn't used that rope one time this year for treating any of these calves. And with in-the-back beef, I don't know how you can have it any better.